Hi children, welcome to a new class. Today we are going to discuss the fourth chapter, heat. Last class we have seen that there are three methods of heat transfer, that is conduction, convection and radiation. So convection in water we have seen. Now today we are going to discuss convection in air. So how convection takes place in air? We know that liquids and gases are together called fluids, and in fluids heat transfer takes place by convection. We have done the experiment with the round bottom flask. There you have seen the water fluid moving and transferring heat to the colder surrounding. So the process of water fluid moving and transferring heat to the colder surrounding is called convection. So convection takes place in fluids. Today we are going to discuss convection of heat in air and the last method of heat transfer, that is radiation. So first we can discuss convection in air. See children, it's a lighted candle, and this lighted candle, if you bring your hand near to a lighted candle, your hand get heated up. Am I correct? And but here there is things that here you can notice. You can bring your palm very close to the flame. Even though I have brought my hand very close to the palm, the heat is not so much. But if you place your hand above the flame, you can see your hand getting heated up. You get burned. You cannot keep your hand for more than a few seconds above the flame. Why this difference? But here you can bring your hand from sideward, you can bring your hand very close to the flame, but at the top of the flame, if you keep your hand for a long time, you will get burned. So remember, don't fly with this shape of flames. Be careful. When you are experimenting with the flame, be very careful. Don't bring your hand very close to it. Burning candle produces heat, and because of that heat, the air around this flame get heated up. And we have seen that the hot fluids rises up. In the water also you have seen, round bottom flask experiment you have seen, the water which is present at the bottom of the round bottom flask, you can see it is rising up. Okay, and the potassium permanganate getting mixed up with water, you have seen it is getting raised. Why? The bottom water get heated up, and that water means that water fluid that rises up. Same phenomena take place here also, because both are convection. Here the air around this flame, here it get air around this area get heated up, and when air get heated up, what happen? This air expand. All substance expand on heating, that we have studied. So when a substance expand, what happen? It become lighter, and this lighter fluid rises up. Okay, so the lighter fluids which are hot rises up, means a hotter fluid nearby the flame get raised up, and it is because of that hotter fluid hitting on our palm, we feel our hand burning sensation. It is happening everywhere. Hotter fluids rises up. The coastal area, houses and buildings, their windows are constructed in such a manner that they are facing the sea. Do you know why? Yes, because daytime they get the sea breeze. They get cool wind from the sea during daytime. And let us discuss why this phenomenon of this sea breeze happen. The people living in the coastal area, they always get wind. So in the coastal area, people get always a good wind. They get a breeze. Do you know that the people who are living in the coastal area always experiences wind? Daytime they get a cool wind blowing from the sea. And in the nighttime they get cool wind that is blowing from the land. These cool winds are called breeze. So these people in the coastal area, they experience sea breeze as well as land breeze. Let us discuss why this sea breeze and land breeze occur. There is a difference in the heating nature of water and land. Water heats up slowly and cools down slowly, but land heats up quickly and cools down quickly. So because of this condition, daytime what happened? Daytime there is sunlight. Daytime there is sunlight, and this sunlight falls on land as well as to this sea. You know that the sunlight falls because of the sunlight it contains heat. Because of the heat of the sun, the water get heated up and this land get heated up. But here I have told you the difference between heating of water and land due to the heat of the sun. What is the difference? Here the heat of the sun heats up this water very slowly. Water absorb heat and it get heated up, but it take a longer time. But what about the land? The land absorb the sun's heat faster and this land become hot. During daytime, because of the heat of the sun, the land become hot because the land absorb heat quickly and this land heats up quickly. But what about water? This water absorb heat slowly only, so that the water gets heats up very slowly. So during the daytime, comparing to the sea, land will be in the hotter condition. So this above, the air above, here there is air. The air above the land, it is in hot condition. But water is not that much heated here. So it is comparatively cool. This air above the sea level is comparatively cool in compared to this land. So what happened? You have seen the hot air always rises up. So in the land, this hot air rises up to the top. So here create a free space. Here create a free space or a vacuum. But on the other hand, here you see, here there is a cold air is there on the sea, flows towards the land. You can see this arrow mark here. You can see the trees moving away from the direction of the sea. You can see the movement of the trees in this manner. So the air, which is the cool air blowing towards the land, is called sea breeze. Is called sea breeze. So during daytime, cool air from the sea blows towards the land. What happened to the hot air here? Hot air in the land area rises up, and this land, the air in the upper layers of the land, it blows towards the sea to complete the cycle. And you can see here a complete movement of air. What is happening during daytime? Daytime, the cool air from the sea blows towards the land. So here it is the sea and here it is the land. And here you can see the cool air from the sea moving towards the land and hot air from the land moving towards the sea. This hot air moves in the upper surface of the atmosphere. The hot air from the land area blows towards the sea. So this phenomenon we can say this sea breeze. So daytime the breeze is called sea breeze. Sea breeze happen during daytime. Now what happened during night time? You can see here during night time just opposite things happen. just opposite phenomenon happen. You can see air from the land area is moving towards the sea. Here there is sea, and into this sea area the cool air from the land is blowing. Why air around the land become cool during this night time? Why this land air get cooled during this night time? Yes, I have told you the land cools down quickly. So during night time there is no sunlight. Sun's heat is not there. So the land cools down quickly. So automatically what happen? Air above the land will be in the cool condition. So that cool air from the land blows towards the sea. Why it is blowing towards the sea? You know, water take much longer time to get cooled. Night time, even though there is no sun's heat, the sea take much longer time to get cooled. So in the night time, the sea will be in the warm condition. Okay, so air above the sea level is in the warm. This cool air always moves towards the hot air. And from here, this hot air moves towards the land. So in the upper surface of the atmosphere, hot air from the sea area blows towards the land to complete the cycle. So this is about land breeze and sea breeze.